Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson escaping the pressure right. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 29-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And the Raiders 1st down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Rush in. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Move the team.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's get it.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ty Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
They're on 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Focus, defense, focus. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready, ready, ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line.
Let's go.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Ready, set. Your job. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Protein spill. 24 is the mic. Delta. Let's get some penetration. 24 is the mic. Let's go. 24 is the mic. You ain't got nothing. Ready.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Watch left. Watch left. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. Yes. 24 is the mic. Here we go. Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And look at this. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets him a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes, just a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Hayward, you can't block me.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 50. Check 50. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Go. 52. Watch 52. 52 is the mic. Check. Recon, 132 fighter. Ready, go.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Set, ready. Exit 16 outlaw. Chopper.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
24 is the mic. Ricky.
That's so
hard.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
All day, baby. All day.
2nd and 11. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. That one complete to Hill. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no
yardage. Okay.
59-yard attempt.
Around the NFL, 2nd quarter in Santa Clara. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it at midfield. Now it's Wilson. And the catch made by Johnson. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 45 yards.
What? Waiting. Hey, alert.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, 0-0-0. Watch the screen.
Now it's Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brandon Cooks, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The second down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
24 is the mic. Zoom, fellas, let's go. 24 is the mic. You go night-night. Go night-night. 24 ready.
He'll drop to throw. Now the Raiders have got him. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Hey, 0-0-0. He's not going to get me.
Here we go, 50, 50. Mike 50.
One club.
Pick it up.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now Wilson steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10.
Come on, fellas.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a second and goal situation.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Ty Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. A first down carry for Barkley. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 46-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Watch that. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Shit. Buds.
Here's a second and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now back to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on third down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 30
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, switch gears. Switch. Blue dot Porker. Blue dot Porker. Wow, move.
Where's the mic? 80 weapon. 80 weapon.
Hey, check 24. Watch
Ready, go.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Check 99. Check 99.
Recon, 132 fight. Foxtrot. 24 is the mic. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 24 is the mic.
You better be afraid of me.
Looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Good. You can't block me.
To try again after the sack. Wilson forced out to his left. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Quick, 280. Hook.
Kill.
Run left. Listen.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brandon Cooks. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And it is 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Set, ready. Now 60 outlaw. Check 24, check 24. Topper, topper. Is the mic.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Bang, 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 bang. 7, let's go. 24 is the mic. We ain't giving up nothing today. 24 is the mic. It's a party now. It's a party. Bravo. 24 is the mic. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This will be fielded at the 17. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Coming after you. Mike's 50. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Check 13.
Fair.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Check it back. Reload.
Hey, 0. He's coming in motion. Hey.
Throwing is Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Complete to tight end Kelsey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. We're back now in KC. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Okay, ready? We gotta get this stop here, D. Watch twist. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. And go.
Again, it's Barkley. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Chiefs on third down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno. H3 218. Chopper.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Alpha. 24 is the mic. Stay with your man. 24 is the mic. Here we go. 24 is the mic. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 24 is the mic. Watch QB drop. 24 is the mic. Watch the pass. Here we go. Ready, go.
2nd and 10. Wide open receiver complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Pilot 64, weak. 24 is the mic. Rip left. Joker. Watch the twist. Let happen.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Ready. Mark 59, Mark. Check. 66. Bullet high. You ain't doing it.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Johnson running right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
So don't say nothing.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Mike's 50.
It's been long.
24.
Here's Wilson. Looking long for Thomas. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Around the NFL, 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Watch out for Hill on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
24 is the mic. Get that quarterback at all costs. 24 is the mic. I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense. 24 is the mic. Pick it up, guys. Pick it out top.
2nd and 14. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs. 24 is the mic. Come on. You better bring it. Haywood. 24 is the mic. Hey, tight. 24 is the mic. 24 is the mic. Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Look at... Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. Around the NFL 4th quarter right now in Atlanta. And the Falcons have opened up the lead there to a couple of scores. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Hey, number 8's coming. Number 8's go. Go. Single. 24 is the mic.
Go.
Ready, go.
He'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
And a Raider 1st down.
Hey, 280.
I'm coming. Shift. Watch the shift. Let's go, baby.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one